Well, hello random users browsing through the internet. My name is Makeshi and welcome to my drawing channel. So guys, I've been noticing that a bunch of people thinks that gacha is bad and that its community is toxic for some reason. And to be honest, I think that gacha community and every community has its toxic side. You just have to find it. So to those people thinking that the gacha community is bad and toxic and cringe, well, I just hate to break it to you. Because technically, every community has a side that is toxic. You just need to know how to find it. The reason that the gacha community mainly has this bad reputation around the community and the internet is that we kinda bring these things to light a lot. So when a bunch of new users research gacha community, the first thing that they find is all the bad stuff about it and not the good stuff. So it makes them kinda hate the community. Also, there is a bunch of random and educated kids making videos hating towards minorities and also making trends and videos about serious topics that shouldn't be addressed by an 8-year-old on Gacha. And pretty much that is the reason why users could hate the community at first sight. Is it true that all the gachatubers are kids that are making inappropriate content in gacha? Well, of course not. You don't have to generalize the whole community just because a few members are toxic or they just don't know what they're doing. But we do have a gacha hit problem, and a bunch of users are active today making and releasing gacha hit videos. Most of these users are pre-adolescent kids or just trolls. So, if you find a gacha hit video, you just gotta report it and that's all. Do not make a video addressing it because if you do, you're just gonna bring more bad light into the situation and you can affect the whole community. But in case you do decide to make a video, please have in mind that not all gachatubers are like this and there is actually good gachatubers out there in the community. They're just trying to pass by and make their content as usually. So again, if you see a gacha hit or a bad inappropriate video or a video that's touching a very sensitive topic out there, you just gotta report it and that's all. In my opinion, serious things such as mental illness, abuse, politics, and that kind of stuff should not be represented in gacha. And if it is represented, then you should try at least to research it and to inform yourself before doing it. Because this kind of content can misinform your viewers and as a result bring a bad light on the minorities or the persons that you are speaking about on your videos. So using these topics as a trend to get more views, it seems kind of wrong to me. Not because the great majority of people is misrepresenting or romanticizing the abuse and the mental illnesses, but because you're using it to get attention, bro. Like, having a mental illness is not fun. Being abused is not fun. Those topics are not fun. You should not be using them that lightly. And usually because of a bunch of the users that make trends of this kind are kids, they usually end up misrepresenting or romanticizing the abuse LGBT or whatever topic they are using. Plus, not to mention trends are a funny thing that gachatubers do sometimes for views and likes and that kind of stuff. And it just, again, it seems wrong to me to use sensitive topics to gain views and likes and attention. But if you want to make a video using those topics, it's totally fine. This is just my opinion and you can do as you please. Just remember to be careful with the stuff you put in your video because, as I said before, you can kinda bring a bad light to the situation. Sometimes gacha hate can be more toxic than the gacha community itself. You shouldn't go around insulting people, frankly, and gachatubers deserve just as much respect as any other person. Also, if you do see a gacha hit video or a bad gachatuber that it's toxic, you should not try to attack them. You should instead report their content, but before of that, try to talk to them and to reason with them, because as well they are people, and pretty much maybe you can reason with them and make them not do the stuff anymore, or make them realize that it's bad. Instead, if you just insult them, they're probably just gonna brush you off as another hate comment. Also, if you're a YouTuber out there, you should not worry about hate comments, because we all do get hate comments, and believe me, it's gonna get better. Like other communities such as the animation community, the gacha community also has originality problems. Or just ask yourself, why is there so many videos of the ugly child is the lost princess? I believe you should always try to make something different in every video of yours so that you can experiment more stuff. Though I'm not the best example since I most of the time do the same thing. But as much as I would love to see people trying new things and making new stuff to see every day, sadly, people tend to follow the thing that makes them more views. So there's a bunch of repetitive content out there. I'm sure you have seen a movie and have some certain character fit into a stereotype, but as much as these stereotypes have a bad light to them, I don't think they're that bad at all. Like, for me, they're just kind of funny in some way. But still, you should try to make original characters and have fun with them. Because someday people may get tired of the stereotype, so try to be as original as you can, and if you want to follow a stereotype for fun, you can do it. It's alright. Just be careful with it being offensive or bothering some people, because again, you can get cancelled or bring more bad light into the community. Well, my conclusion is that the gacha community is a community like every other community. It's just that all the bad publicity it has make it look more bad than it really is. But remember guys, we can always change this. We don't have to be trapped in this bad community. We can always change the community for better, and it's your responsibility to do it. So guys, let's forget the past and try to make our future. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bye!